What's up everybody, Jemillio here with another SUPERX product breakdown. Of course, we're talking about the Winter Soldier collection. This is coming out about a week before the new Thunderbolts movie. Now, that movie doesn't look appealing to me at all. Nothing about it makes me want to see it. I'm probably gonna wait to see it when it comes on Disney+, but I do love the movie Captain America, the Winter Soldier. That's one of my top superhero movies of all time. On the MCU list of movies for sure, it's definitely up there. Great fight choreography, love the action, love the story, and they did a really good job of taking a character like the Winter Soldier that nobody really knows about and really cared about and said, you know what, we're gonna make him a main point of focus, and I thought they did a fantastic job. Also, they only have 3 items in this drop. It's a hoodie, jogger, and performance long sleeve. I'm gonna talk about and I forgot to say too, this is all officially licensed, so it is in partnership with Marvel. SUPERX came out with another Winter Soldier inspired jacket called the Barnes before their partnership with Marvel, and a lot of you guys have that jacket, and it's one of your favorite jackets because it's one of these SUPERX best sellers that they've ever done. So I'm gonna talk about that jacket and how it compares to this one and some of the differences. So without further ado, let's get right to it. We're first gonna talk about the performance hoodie. Now, I am 5'10", about 190 pounds with more of a muscular build, and I'm wearing a large in everything that you see here. So large in this jacket. One of the first things that you're gonna see is all of their hoodies have a high collar, but this one is a little bit higher than the other hoodies. You have these detailed stitching, contrast stitching down the front that kind of looks like the jacket that he has on. And then you have this heat transfer tape that goes down from the obliques all the way around the back. Now the thing is that it does kind of feel cool when you have it on, but it doesn't have a ton of stretch, so you don't get as much stretch. I would say when you're protracting and retracting your shoulders, I can't imagine it getting in the way too much, but you do feel it a little bit. You have 2 zipper pockets, one on the left and one on the right side. You also have a embroidered Winter Soldier patch on the arm. It's stitched on there. And then you have mesh material that is under the arm and on the obliques. You also have mesh material that is inside the hood, and you have tape that says Marvel all around the lining of the hood. Now, I forgot to mention too, you also have this pretty thick zipper cover. Now, let's talk about the differences on this one and sort of the Barnes, if you happen to have that. That one had this sort of windbreaker material on the outside to give it more of a shiny, almost metal look. The problem with that is there is no stretch to it. That jacket was not even marketed as a workout jacket. It was marketed as like a warm-up jacket. This one, because all the material is the same except for the mesh underneath, it's this cotton polyester spandex blend. So it keeps you warm, but it still lets air move in and out very easily, and it's got a ton of stretch to it. This is made to be worked out in a lot more than that jacket is. That's a nice jacket, but this is made to be worked out in. It's made to be washed more easily than that other one was. And in regards to the fabric, that one used an old fabric blend that this one is just miles and miles above. So this one, the best way I can describe the fabric is like it's this silky, buttery smooth feel. It's hard to explain. When you hold it up and look at it, you don't really see it, but when you put this thing on, I'm telling you, you have never felt anything like this material before. At least I haven't. There's nothing in my wardrobe that feels like SUPERX clothes. So those are sort of the differences that you have in this jacket as opposed to the other one. Now let's move on to the joggers. And as you can see, they're pretty simple, but they're very comfortable. So you have an open pocket on the left, you have a zipper pocket on the right, and you have 2 cargo pockets that are closed with a zipper inside. You also have a silicone logo on the left leg, and you have mesh detailing on the back of the calf for each leg, and they're cinched together with like a scrunchy, it's like scrunchy on the bottom. Now, these are the same great material as the hoodie. It's this cotton poly spandex blend, a ton of stretch on this. You've got that same silky, buttery smooth feel. And one thing in terms of the old joggers they came out with, the Barnes, and compared to this is, again, the difference in fabric. This fabric feels way better. Now, these are more relaxed fit joggers. I'm wearing a large in these. I like the fact that I have a large on. I would recommend staying true to size. But if you have thinner legs, because these are a little more relaxed than some of their other joggers, you could size down. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you like your pants feeling a little bit tighter, I would say you can size down one. And last but not least, we're talking about the Performance long sleeve. Now this, even though it has all this detail stitching on it, it's a serger stitch, but it's called a top stitch. So what that means is if you are a fan of SUPERX or you're a longtime customer of SUPERX, usually when you would see the stitching like this, I don't know the name of it, but there would be like a lip underneath on the underside. And if you had sensitive skin, it may kind of irritate you a little bit. It wouldn't really irritate me, but I know for some people they would say, yeah, because you can kind of feel that material. Because this is a top stitch, you can see on the inside, it lays flat as well. So you get no irritation. Like this is how it looks on the outside. When I flip it inside out, it's just as flat. No abrasion, no irritation. It feels great on the skin. I don't know, I'm assuming they just kind of changed the way the manufacturer just kind of changed the way their stitching is done. So I like this. It's a small little tweak, but I think it goes a long way. In regards to some more details, you've got mesh material under the arm and on the obliques and a silicone logo on the left arm. The nice thing with this is it is very easy to pair with other things. I mean, just wear a black pair of joggers and boom, there you go. This material is a polyester spandex blend, so it is the typical like performance material that you would see with Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, those kinds of brands. A ton of stretch on this, lots and lots of stretch. It moves with you. My recommendation for this is going to be stay true to size. I don't recommend sizing down or sizing up. Stay true to size. Whatever size you normally get, go with that. And that's gonna wrap up this breakdown. If you guys want a discount on this collection or anything else on their website, make sure to use my code Jemillio, J-E-M-I-L. It'll give you 15% off anything on their site, and it helps support me directly to keep making these videos for you guys. If you have any questions about the sizing or stuff like that, leave a comment, let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.